At least 6 people are dead after a school bus crashed into the side of a transit bus in Baltimore. It happened early this morning. No children, thankfully, were on board, but the school bus driver was killed.
Boy, this is every parent's worst nightmare, sending your kids off to school with 5 other people who died were on the transit bus. Mark Albert is at the scene in Baltimore. Mark, can you take us through the latest there, and what are you hearing on the ground?
So right now there are some very large commercial grade tow trucks that are on the scene to try and clear some of the vehicles. For example, just a few minutes ago, one of the large tow trucks helped move the school bus out from where it had been embedded in the transit bus. Basically what happened is when the school bus came forward, it impacted, if this is the Metro Transit bus and this is the school bus, it impacted at an angle. There's a curve in the road, and it sheared off the full front 2/3 of that bus and ended just about like this. So they have had to very delicately extricate that. Law enforcement authorities said it was catastrophic damage, like a bomb had exploded inside of the bus when that occurred. In fact, firefighters, when they first arrived, they said they actually had to cut their way up, their words, cut their way up to the victims in the bus because there was so much damage. Let me show you how this all began. It was just after about 6:30 when the school bus was coming this way down the road, and it then rear-ended that Mustang, the crumpled Mustang you see with the completely damaged backside there. It then went beyond the Mustang, hit a concrete pillar, and then veered right onto oncoming traffic and into the transit bus. I spoke a couple of minutes ago with the driver of that Mustang, Sean Braxton. He said that his heart goes out to the families of those who died today, that physically, he says, he is bruised and banged up. Mentally, he says, it's going to take him a while, in his words, to pull myself together. He was just heading to work when this occurred. He didn't really want to get into whether he saw the bus or what he felt at the time. He was waiting to speak more with accident investigators, but it was not hospitalized after this, and he spoke just a few minutes ago here to reporters.
See why he would be so upset.
Yeah, for sure. Mark, you just mentioned those accident investigators. We know that the NTSB is investigating this. What will their focus be?
So the NTSB is sending investigators out here. They're going to work with the local detectives and authorities here. Initially, the police had homicide investigators on scene, not because they thought it was a crime. It's being investigated as a crash, but because they are so used to dealing with mass casualty incidents. Very curiously, what investigators are going to be looking at here is obviously what caused this crash. Already, they have a very big clue. And the clue is that there were no skid marks from the bus. As the bus was driving down this way, there are no skid marks anywhere on the asphalt here from the school bus. So they will definitely be looking at whether it was something other than mechanical. They'll be looking at whether the school bus or the transit bus had any type of data recorders, or whether the school bus or the MTA bus perhaps had video cameras or audio or something. This is not going to be instantaneous, as we know from previous investigations. It'll take a while, but certainly the fact that there were no skid marks coming this way here on the asphalt gives them at least one clue to begin with.
That's fascinating about the skid marks, and also I want to know, I'm curious about how seatbelts for buses. As a parent who puts her child on the bus every morning, I think there should be seatbelts in these buses. Mark Albert, thank you for your reporting. We appreciate it so much.